Hello, hello, hello. Anybody out there? Anybody out there? All right, we are in. I'm here. And it's episode 1 of the 5th. All right, let me just check. This is episode 1. Let me go in, let me look. Let me make sure that I'm streaming where I said I would be streaming. Make sure I'm doing this the right way. It says it's waiting. Okay. I'm looking to see, but I can't really tell if it's on there. If you can see me, somebody say something. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me turn my volume up. See if I can see you. See if I can hear you. Somebody let me know something. Let me know if we out here. All right. I don't see any comments, but I'm hoping that Okay. I see on YouTube, a girl says she could hear me and she could see me. So hopefully anybody else that's on YouTube, or maybe you coming in on Facebook, you can see what's going on. So here we go. Let's get started. This is episode 1, and welcome to the 5th. Welcome to the 5th. I am your host, Dr. Sandy DeLise. If any of you on here have caught me before, and I've been, all right, thank you, Surge Within. If any of you have been seen me before on Keeping the Faith with Tori, I'm just gonna go ahead and introduce myself. Hey, Miss Messick, thanks for joining. So like I've said before, my name is Dr. Sandy DeLise. I am a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm an auntie, all of those great things that come with just being a phenomenal woman in this world that we live in today. I am a special education teacher in the elementary school. I am also a life coach. But most importantly, and above all else, I am a child of God. And that is the foundation, and that is the basis for everything that I do. It is the basis for everything that I love. And it is the basis for the way that I lead my life as we travel through this thing called life. All right. So talk to me. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat. I'm going to try to respond back if I can. As I said, give me some love, show me some love, send me some hearts. This is episode 1. So my feet got a little bit wet being on somebody else's podcast, Keeping the Faith with Tori, but I'm here driving this bus, introducing myself tonight. So I wanted to tonight just piggyback and just pick up on my first podcast on where I've been from the last podcast I've been on. So I've been talking about this topic called Everybody Can't Go. And that topic just pretty much talks about as you journey and you travel through life, you're going to just come to a place in your life where you realize that people fall off, or you have to stop dealing with some people because they can't just take this journey with you. All right. So tonight, for episode 1, what we're going to be talking about is, if you caught the title, do you need a cosigner? Do you need a cosigner? I'm not talking about a loan. I'm not talking about trying to buy a car. I'm not talking about trying to buy a house. I'm talking about, do you need a cosigner in life for you to get to the places that you're trying to get to? Do you need a cosigner? Yes, we all need support. Yes, we have family members, we have friends that we have in our corner, and they go through journeys with us. They give us encouragement. Sometimes they give us a pat on the back as necessary. Some people give us a whole lot of affirmations, and some people give us just enough of what we need. But if you're a person that is constantly seeking approval from somebody else, My question to you is, why do you need a cosigner? I hear you, Tori. I needed God. We all need him. We all need whoever you decide that you worship, whatever you look up to, whatever you go to find your inspiration, that's what you need. But tonight we're going to talk about, do you need a cosigner? Right? So like I said, we have people that support us, people that vouch for us, right? Those are the people that have our back. But ultimately, as you go through life, you are the person that have to put that John Hancock, put that wet ink to your own life, because no matter how far you travel with anybody, even if there is somebody right by your side, you still, you are still traveling through this journey on your own, right? You may take a trip. You may have your girls, you can have your guys, you can have your significant other, whether you're married or not. But at the end of the day, the emotions that you feel while you're in a certain space, what you go through while you're in a certain space, listen, if y'all hear some banging going on, all is well in my household. All right. There are some people that live above me, and they, listen, these kids, man, they don't never stop. They don't ever stop. They go to bed late, 1 in the morning. They're going, going, going. If they get up at 4 or 5, it's either them or the dog. So I'm just trying to tell you, if you hear something going on and I'm standing still, it's not an earthquake. Y'all don't need to run. Y'all don't need to go anywhere else. Just know that I'm still right here. You're just hearing the wheels on the bus upstairs going round and round. That's what it is. All right, but let's get back to, do you need a cosigner? All right. So everybody feels like they need somebody to back us up. Everybody needs somebody, right? I don't care if you're a multimillionaire. It doesn't matter if you feel like you're doing well in life. It doesn't matter if you feel like you have everything that you need, or if you don't have anything at all. Everybody needs somebody. Okay. It doesn't mean that I need you to get me from point A to point B. Okay. But it just means that everybody needs somebody, right? There are times where you're going through life and you feel like, I just can't do this. I don't know if I have enough, because sometimes a lot of us wake up and we're just like, man, we're just blase blah, right? You need that person to just give you a little push along the way. That person that's just going to tell you, you got it, man. Hold your head up, keep your chin up. All right. Make sure that everything is going okay. Okay. And you just need that person that just makes you feel like life is going to be okay. All right. If you see me periodically checking, I'm just making sure that everything is going right on Facebook, or on YouTube where we're going. So I'm just trying to make sure that everything is good. All right. But sometimes when you think about this, like when you have a cosign and you go through life, it's not really realizing, like, do I need somebody in my corner or not? A lot of times you have to stop and you have to think about, is this person that's co-signing for me the right person? So I accept it. Or the person that's co-signing for me, could they be the wrong person? So I need to reject it. All right. Like we said, everything that glitters is not gold. And everything that you feels is good for you may not be good for you at that time. Okay. So as we grow, as we go through life and we learn these lessons, we start to realize what makes us feel good. We start to realize those things that are attached to us, that bring us joy, that bring us peace, that really give us a positive vibe, right? And then there are those other things that we know for a fact 150% is no good for us. It's like oil and water, but sometimes you just have to learn the lesson once. You have to learn the lesson twice, and you learn the lesson a whole bunch of times before you realize the choices and the decisions that you're making are not wise. Thank you, Tori. Everything is good. I guess that means you can hear me and I'm flowing good. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Hello, Philadelphia Arms Townhomes. Thank you. Hello. Good evening to everybody. If you just joining, thank you for stopping by the fifth. And by the way, if you're wondering what the fifth is, it just means the future is forward. The future is forward. All right. You got to keep moving forward. Don't look back. Don't look back. Keep looking forward. Everything's happening in forward motion. We can't get the time back that was lost, right? Not being morbid, but people are here on earth with us and they leave us. We can't go back and get them. Okay. And that's a hard place to be in. But you got to keep looking forward. You got to keep your eyes up. You got to keep your heart open to different things because the future is forward. So that's why I wanted to say, welcome to the fifth, so I can empower you. I can try to encourage you. I can give you little nuggets, little gem that hopefully helps you along your way so that we all can keep moving forward in the future. All right. So I'm at times going to be a co-signer. And at other times, I may have people that are co-signing for me. Right. But at the end of the day, no matter who we have as co-signers, right, we're responsible for our choices. We're responsible for our failures. We're ultimately responsible for our successes. All right. Sometimes when we go through life and we have these co-signers, they do benefit from us. Our support system will benefit from us, but that's what we have to be understanding, and we have to know key points of who we can have as our co-signers. So tonight, I'm not going to be on here for a long time because this is episode 1 of the fifth. I just wanted to come on here, give you a little bit of something, let you see what you're going to be getting from me. I'm not going to be here every night by myself. At some points, I am going to have some guests. All right. And next Tuesday, Lord's willing, if all goes well, I'm going to have my girl Tori from Keep the Faith with Tori, because Tori has been a co-signer in my life along with other people. She's been encouraging me. She's been telling me that I need to start this podcast thing, and I've kind of sat back on it because I guess I just never felt like the timing was right. But there was something that clicked and it said February, March, this is the time to do it, right? So I'm a person that believes in giving credit where credit is due. So I say thank you to Tori. I love you. I appreciate you. And in as much as she's had me on her podcast and let me get my feet wet and let me feel what this thing feels like, it is only right that I pay respects to her. And she's going to be my guest next week on the 5th. I'm going to be talking about an array of things. All right. Probably not a whole lot of political stuff because, I don't do politics. I thank God for the people that he put in office. But ultimately, I just believe that whatever goes on in life, it's in his hands. So that's just my piece. You won't see me on here talking politics, none of that. I'm going to encourage people. I'm going to bring people on that will be encouraging to others. And at any point in time, I could ask anybody out there to be a guest on my show because this is a show about real people going through real things. Okay. So again, I just thank y'all for joining in. Any thoughts right now while I keep talking? If you have any thoughts on co-signing, any situations that you've been through, feel good to drop it in the chat. All right. Let me make sure we're still good on YouTube. All right. Looking good, looking good, looking good. All right. So now we're going to continue on with this conversation about co-signers. A lot of times when you think about life, you can think that life is like a contract. You can think that life is like an agreement. You can think that life may have a lot of risks. All right. But sometimes when we sign on for stuff, okay, and we sign into some things, we have no idea what we're getting ourselves into. No idea. All right. But that is a part where you get to and you stop. The good thing about life is that you get to reset. You get to reset. You get to reset, right? As I said before, I'm a special education teacher. Okay. I teach kids with emotional disabilities along with my girl, Ali G. We are always resetting daily. All right. This thing is a roller coaster. All right. It's a roller coaster when you have to deal with stuff in your own life. But when you deal with other people's lives, and you have to journey with them on the ups and downs that they go through, you have to learn how to reset. You have to learn how to reset every minute, every second, every hour. because we're in school for a pretty long time. So her and I are resetting all day long. So we go through different journeys in life, right? You may have lost a job, maybe. All right. Some people have been married and they may have been divorced, right? Some people have parents or family members that they've lost, right? But it's a reset. We can't stay there. You have to keep looking forward. You have to keep pushing forward. You have to keep pushing forward for your future, right? Especially if you're a person that have kids, especially if you're a person that's taking care of an elderly parent, especially if you're a person that have people dependent on you, you have to constantly keep moving forward. All right. So the idea for tonight is that you can be your co-signer. Okay. But and you can also have a cosigner, but you have to remember at the end of the day, is this cosigner benefiting my life, or is this cosigner bringing me down and putting me down? So I'm not saying tonight that having a cosigner is a bad thing. I'm just saying with your cosigner, realize if that person is backing you up. Do you trust yourself with the cosigner that you've given permission to come into your life? Okay. If things don't feel good, they may co-sign for you for some things, but it doesn't mean they're going to understand every part of your journey that you're going through. All right. But at the end of the day, you got to also remember you can't reject every co-signer. And this is going to sound crazy. And I'm not a glutton for pain, but sometimes those co-signers that bring you pain teach you the biggest lessons in life. All right. Let me say that again. Sometimes the co-signers that bring you pain, that disrupt your life, okay, that make that little thing in your heartbeat shoot up and then it got to come back down, are some of the best lessons that you're going to learn in life. Okay. So you don't want to sit there and just start looking and saying, is this a co-signer? Do you mean me well? Do you not mean me well? Is that a co-signer? What do you bring to me? You don't have to go through all of that. Sit back and just let life go through the ebb and flow and trust what you're feeling. Trust what your gut tells you. Trust that butterfly or that wrench that you feel in your stomach. And that's going to tell you whether this person that you are allowing to co-sign in your life is bringing you good things, or along the way you need to let them go. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be nasty about it. You just need to know that at the end of the day, you're going to sign your own contract. At the end of the day, you sign your own agreements. At the end of the day, you sign your own lease, your contract, your agreement, your lease on your own life. And you ultimately have to answer to yourself. Okay. When all the shades are closed and the doors closed and the windows are shut tight, you are left with yourself, by yourself. And how do you feel about yourself when nobody else is around? Okay. Because co-signers are not always going to be with you. They may not live in your home, and you may be a person that live alone. All right. So I'm not telling you to reject every co-signer that comes your way. I'm just saying, trust yourself, trust your instinct, trust the way that you feel. Okay. So I ask you, as I'm getting ready to just shift myself, right, and move off of this podcast. I'm not going to try to stay on here too long. Okay. Do you need a co-signer? And as you go, and if you decide that you do need a co-signer, are you really allowing that co-signer to travel with you and have your back? Or are you looking for that co-signer to lead the way for you and control the journey of your life? Either which way that you choose, trust yourself, question yourself, see how you feel about it. And that's going to give you the answers as to whether or not you are dependent on a co-signer, or if your co-signer is a support system. All right. So, um, got my brain working on this Tuesday night. I hear you, Ali G. I hear you. That's all it is. If somebody don't get on here and have a conversation, and they're not pushing you, and they're not making you think about anything, right? And you got to think about, is it worth it? So my goal is to always make sure that when I get on here, I'm feeding you something. It doesn't mean you're always going to agree with me, but at the end of the day, I want to make you think. And I don't want to make you think to make you go backwards. Don't ever look back. All right. I want to make you think so that I'm empowering you and I'm somehow enriching your life. All right. Because at the end of the day, remember, at the fifth, the future is always forward. The future is always forward. All right. So if there's anybody out there that's down on their luck, anybody out there trying to figure out, how do I get my head above the water? All right. Without the goggles and without the snorkel. If there's anybody out there that's trying to figure out which way is left and which way is right. Okay. All you have to do is get up, put your best foot forward. And getting up doesn't mean that you're just going to jump up and be like, boom, I'm here. Getting up could just be you laying in the bed and opening your eyes. That's a plus. Getting up could just be that you sit up on the edge of your bed and you have to cry a good cry. You're still pushing yourself forward. Getting up may mean that you got up and you actually made it to the shower today because of whatever it is that you're going through. All these little things mean something big. To you, it might feel like a struggle, right? But for somebody that knows what you're going through and they watching you push through, they know that you're doing a good thing. All right. So I thank y'all for joining on here. Oh, yeah, Tori, that's right. We know if people are assets or liabilities. That's for sure. We all know about that. So, like I said, I just wanted to get on here tonight. I wanted to introduce myself. All right. And I wanted to make sure that I tell you every Tuesday night, right here at 6:30, the fifth is gonna be live most Tuesday nights. And sometimes I may have some pre-recorded sessions because, like I always say, life be lifing. All right. So for everybody that's on here, whether I know you or whether I don't know you, I thank you for joining. I thank you for coming on here and rocking with me at the fifth. And remember, your future, my future is always forward. Don't look back. Keep looking forward. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the support. Be blessed.